Hello, how can I help you?
Yes, I was hoping I could get an interview with Assistant Police Chief Rosner.
Sure, who are you?
I am Harmony Jade from Weasel News.
Alright, I'll go ask.
Thank you.
Yes, I would really would. Yeah.
The media wants you out there. Ah. Found him.
All right, come on.
Thank you. Meeting room. Okay. Okay, sure. Did you want to sit at the head of the table?
Oh, I don't mind. You can
Okay.
just sit wherever. You can sit where you like as well.
Alright, thank you. Not the easiest man to get a hold of. I've been trying to get an interview with you for the past 2 days.
Oh, sorry. I've been busy doing a number of things.
It's alright, I heard you were recently promoted to Assistant Police Chief.
Yeah, that I was.
Ah, congratulations. What?
And thank you. I'm just here to do the job and just assist with the steadying of the boat.
Alright. Would you be able to fill me in on the dates as to when you were promoted and by who?
Shit. Let's see. I think it was 16th. It's been 4 days.
And who promoted you?
I guess the Attorney General. I was already to be promoted to captain by Chief of Police Harper. Well, but I was in ICU for 2 weeks, so that didn't actually end up happening until the Attorney General promoted me.
Oh, so it was already on the books. Would you be able to fill me in a little bit more as to the whereabouts of Police Chief Harper? What happened to her?
Oh, Harper's still around. She's just been unwell. She's been dealing with other matters. And everything's running smoothly anyway.
Yeah, I heard about that, the partnership with the Attorney General's office. How do you feel about the Attorney General stepping in Police Chief Harper's absence?
I have no complaints of it. The two departments have worked closely together for a long time now. As far as I'm concerned, nothing has really changed.
So you wouldn't say this partnership has had a positive and or negative impact since it's begun? It's just business as usual, nothing new that's come about from it?
Yeah, my relationship is professional, and it has been, I would say it's been positive. I have no complaints about the Attorney General's office, nor do I have any complaints about Greco himself. He's a fine individual, splendid gentleman.
So, was the Attorney General's office, were they invited or did they step in when Chief Harper became unwell?
It was a mixture of both. There was an invitation to come, get some assistance, but we didn't have anybody capable of hiring or doing anything at that time. I was promoted to captain, but I hadn't officially been given the keys. But after after the Attorney General's office came in and assisted with us, everything started going a lot more swimmingly.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Wrong robe, wrong robe.
That doesn't quite answer the question. So it was both? It didn't lean more one way or the other?
No, it was a bit of both.
Alright, well, since they came in, what new things have you guys worked on? In terms of crime or the community?
Well, a bunch of officers have been promoted to fill out our command rank. Obviously, I have been taking on the role of assistant chief of police. We've made sure to employ a bunch of people and started to crack down on some of the SOPs. Ensure that our officers are doing things the correct way. I don't want to hear or see no mistakes. We haven't had a civil suit filed against us in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks now. Clearing up a backlog of any complaints. It's been a nice change of pace. We're turning over and clearing away some of the mistakes that have been made. Community relations have improved. I myself have had many productive discussions with many members of this great state all across, from the south side over to Vespucci, up in Vinewood and in Sandy.
What are some of these negative changes you mentioned?
I didn't mention any negative changes. We removed some of the negative aspects.
Yeah. Would you be able to clarify what some of those aspects were?
Just complaints against officers, internal matters. Nothing more.
Oh, I see. So the civil suit's going down. Alright, I understand. Those two correlate together. Right, you mentioned Sandy. I spoke about this with the AG. Do you guys have any plans to send more officers up to patrol Polito and Sandy Shores?
Yes, I have plenty of plans for that. I patrol up in Sandy myself a lot more frequently now. We had officers up in Polito as well. We always try to make sure that the whole state is looked after. We might be the Los Santos Police Department, but we do patrol the whole state.
That answer differs from the answer I got from the AG.
Wow, what did the Attorney General say?
He mentioned that you had officers to patrol the highways, but he considered Sandy and Polito to be more of a low crime area and is rather peaceful. He's more so looking into investigating criminal entities such as the Lost. No real plans for active patrols.
Well, that's the marshal's prerogative. The first method of stopping crime is presence. We have officers around that people are less inclined to commit crimes when there's an officer right next to you, right?
I would have to agree. I'm new to this city, and my first trip up to Polito, I was robbed in broad daylight at gunpoint.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. The marshals, they have their prerogative, and they have their places they patrol, and they have their mission objectives, very noble ones. We at the LSPD have slightly different ones. I do intend to attempt to pursue active patrol up north. Not always going to get a huge amount of footfall. They are, as the Attorney General stated, low crime areas, but still like to have officers up there and meet the individuals.
So even though you're in this partnership, you guys still operate separately?
Yeah, we have different objectives, as all sub departments do. I mean, the fire department is underneath the medical board, but they have different objectives. They all just work towards a common goal. They just tackle different aspects of it.
So I guess what I'm leading to is, why the partnership? Wouldn't you guys have continued to work together same as you did before?
Partnership is order to share some resources as well as organizational methods. There's different SOPs that we have coming together to ensure that those are corrected, making sure that the two of us can work cohesively. Sometimes we have disagreements, but as of late, there have not been any.
Alright, so here to help share methods and organize the SOPs.
Organizational things, yes.
Alright, so would you say that there's any truth to the Attorney General's statements that there have been notable levels of disorganization and a lack of functionality within the PD since Chief Harford has been unwell?
Since I've taken over, no. I don't think there's any credence to that statement.
No, prior to your appointment as Assistant Police Chief, would you say his statements were true?
That, so just to reiterate, what was the quote again?
There have been notable levels of disorganization and a lack of functionality within the PD.
I would disagree partially with that. Essentially, the people in the top of now who are in command positions and myself are effectively filling out the exactly same role that they were before, just without the actual rank. Organizational way, things are still kind of going on the same.
No, I
still
understand that. But before
I
the
still
promotions,
have trusted people. Yeah, before the promotions, the same people were working with me and providing paperwork that needed to be done and tackling issues that were arising. The only difference between now and then is now I have a star on my lapel rather than 3 chevrons on my arm.
I see. So it's similar to how I needed to wait to get my position. You need a CEO or high command, but now that you are in this high command position, you have more power and authority to make change around the department.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And what would you say about your qualifications? Do you feel that you were underqualified when you were promoted, or would you feel it was long overdue?
I'm fitting the role. I'm here to fit the role, and people have put me in the position because they believe I can do the role, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. As does everybody in any position, in any walk of life.
So, oh my God, AG, thank God.
And you know, your own personal opinion, what would you say are the 3 most important aspects of law enforcement?
Communication, presence, and understanding.
Hey, there he
Oh,
is.
there,
Found you. How you doing, Rosner? Sorry to burst.
well.
Hey, there. Hey, how you doing? You getting another round of interviews?
Yes, I wanted to talk with your partner over here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. By the way, actually, I don't really know who else I was gonna bring this to. The coffee downstairs is like really, it's kind of stale. Is there anything you can do about that? You, Rosner, Mr. Rosner,
Oh.
Assistant Chief.
I'll speak to somebody. They can go deal with it.
Oh, okay. Like.
No,
just
I'm not doing it now. I'm in the
No,
middle
not
of
right now. Right.
something.
I didn't say. I didn't want you to do it. I wasn't not going to say that.
There
I
was
wasn't
an
gonna say
awkward
that.
silence, so I'm
No,
just
I-
reaffirming.
No, I was. Okay, I'll. Okay, thanks. Hey, good to see you again. You know this guy. He has got a lot of great ideas. You know, we share a lot of great vision together. You know, this is the man for the job. He's definitely got my So where are the filters on that though? Is it like under the sink or is it like is it on a shelf?
I don't know. You could potentially ask somebody at the front desk. They might be able to assist you there, Greco.
You got like 2 minutes, just really quick. Well, up and down really fast. Just really quick.
If this is urgent,
No, it's fine.
I
It's
can
fine.
pause
It's fine.
the
I got it. It's
interview.
fine. You know what? It's coffee right here. I
It's
didn't
not
even notice
urgent.
that. I did not. That's my bad. I'll just. Sorry. I'll just get this.
Oh my god.
Nah. What was the next question?
I believe you were telling me what are the 3 most important aspects of law enforcement to you?
Yes. And what did I say?
Communication, presence, and understanding.
Yeah. You had any comments on that? Were you wishing for me to elaborate?
For the most part, they pretty much line up with the AGs.
I imagine so. Like I said, we have a good understanding between us. That is one prong of the policing, is understanding one another and our vision. Also understanding the community.
Yes. In terms of the community, Attorney General Greco stated you had plans to maybe produce a more positive impact. Law enforcement in the past has had a more heavy-handed presence, and you guys were looking to change all that. Is that true?
Yes, that is definitely true. Previously, we've been rather aggressive. We came in like a wrecking ball to ensure that things didn't get out of hand, and sometimes the best way to do that is to rule with an iron fist. I think the message has been sent. It was too harsh. I'm more of a slow and thoughtful individual. I like to preach to the choir, for instance. Well, no, I'm only joking. I do my church services. I like to speak with individuals. I like to understand why they're doing the things they are, and hopefully come to a situation where we don't end up shooting each other. I don't want people to get hurt. I don't want people to be in fear. I want there to be positive communication between the community and the police.
That's good. And what would you say has been your biggest concern that's been brought to your attention since this partnership began? So if not the people, because you're working on it, not the SOPs, what would be next?
I think, honestly, people's happiness within the city as a whole, morale for the people, for the cops, for the marshals, for the people of Weasel News, the people in City Hall, the small businesses around the city. I have felt a sense of despondence. I felt that people have been unhappy of late, and they're looking for maybe a bright spark or something to be cheerful for. And that is my concern. I want people to be happy to be here. I want people to walk along the beach with no shoes on and enjoy the sun.
All right. You guys are just like 2 opposite sides of a coin. Some answers perfectly on the same page. Other answers, different sides of the spectrum. For the Attorney General, his biggest concern was the drug trials being run by the Los Santos Medical Group. Do you have any comment on that?
As far as I'm aware, those aren't being run. I wish to speak with the medical board in order to get them to perform tests of drugs in order to understand better how they affect individuals, further expand upon the science and education around drugs. However, I do not endorse human drug trials. I think Actually, we're united on that as well.
So, how else do you go about studying the effects other than human drug trials?
Usually rats or mice. I don't know. I'm not particularly well versed in science. That is why I'm leaving it to the experts. You delegate these things when you're in leadership positions. You look to those who have more experience and more understanding, and you ask for their advice. I do want to run drug trials, but I will not be endorsing or allowing humans to be taking those drugs. Unless, of course, that lab turns around and says that is how it absolutely should be done. But as far as I am aware, that is not the understanding from the advice from the medical board.
So it's the medical board that's conducting these or will be conducting these drug trials if they go to pass.
If they are passed, if they are agreed, yes, it would be the experts in the lab, the science experts in the lab of the medical department who would be conducting trials to understand better how it would affect an individual, the negative health impacts, and so on.
Any names of these experts? I've never heard of a science department at Pillbox.
That's because it's in development, early days.
Oh, so much like the DMV the AG told me about, this science department is still in development.
Much like pretty much anything in this city, things are slowly growing, things are developing. The DMV, I hear very positive things about the DMV incoming. I look forward to seeing the plan for the DMV come to fruition. I am aware of the plans. I think they will be excellent for jobs and for individuals in the city. I think the development of the lab at the hospital will be also fantastic.
Hmm.
Of course, these things need to go through a couple of hoops. There is bureaucracy to be done, making sure that things are written down and legally done.
Speaking of bureaucracy and legalities, I came here last night to confirm the information about the narcotics bonfire, but I was told that there would be further meetings about it, although it was scheduled to happen today at 7 p.m.
Yeah, this final touches, if you wish to know more about it, well, it'll be going on in a couple of hours.
So it is indeed taking place. There's no hesitation, no kickback, no concerns.
The governor will be coming, and there will be a parade and an event in his honor for his arrival.
Wait, so the
Of course.
bonfire is part of the parade to celebrate the governor?
The governor is coming, and there will be a parade in his honor for his arrival.
Oh, this will be before the drug trial. Not the drug trial, I'm so sorry. Before the narcotics bonfire. And far away from it, correct?
The governor is arriving today. It is a great honor. We haven't seen the governor in some time. It was a last-minute notification that he was coming. And we're all very happy to have him come. And as such, we will be conducting a parade, and he'll be visiting many members of this great city and state, as well as members from the medical board, the Department of Justice, and the police department.
No, I understand that. The parade, the visits to the many government departments within the city, but it's the same day as the bonfire. Aren't you worried about the secondhand smoke? Will the parade be anywhere around this location? Because I heard the bonfire was going to be in the park across the street.
All precautions have been taken to make sure that the parade that the governor will be receiving will be done safely, and all members will be looked after.
All right. Well, thank you. This has been most informative. Oh, I forgot to ask. How many employees are currently working for the LSPD If you had to put a number on it, even a rough estimate.
Give me a second. I can check. Around the 78, 80 persons region. We have temps come in as well, and there's people who volunteer who are not on our roster, but of officers around 75 to 80. Then we have admin staff. There's at least five or more of them. We have one attorney who works for us. We have a couple of janitors who I personally pay. They look after us as well. And then we have a number of individuals who work outside the front gate, greeters, and they work on tow. We also have Moxie, who works as a tow member. So upwards of nearly 90 employees that I have to take care of.
All right, so the AG's estimate of about 100. That would be correct now, including the marshals.
Yeah, but the marshals obviously have their own leader under the Attorney General. Under the LSPD, you asked for LSPD, we're upwards of 80 to 90 individuals.
All right, thank you for that. Is there anything that I might have missed that you might want me to make note of that I haven't covered? Any big plans in or outside of the department currently in the works?
Not huge plans. No, I'm just making sure that we have departments ready within the LSPD. Organizational efforts with all of the other departments and government facilities around the county and the city. I've been speaking with the mental health division led by Dr. Lipschitz. Been speaking with the pillbox medical staff, the lifeguards. I'm very excited about the lifeguards. We do definitely need them on our beaches, led by the wonderful Brett. We also have the fire department up and running. I can't wait for the DMV. There's lots of exciting things coming our way.
Even with their troops in there, so just put them, they're behind bars. What are they gonna do?
I see, and so I guess the big plan is just to work on your connections with these other departments, how you guys can work together cohesively in the future, not just be one department separate from all the others.
Exactly, and that works with the community as well. I mean, I also, I'm sure, as you know, as a city voted city council member, do pay attention to people in all walks of life, things that I concern them. I'm not just an officer, I'm also a priest and a council member.
Oh, you're on the council.
Yes.
It's like you want, running around trying to gain our attention 24 fucking.
All right, well, thank you. This interview has been most informative.
Anytime. Is there anything else that you wish to get from me?
No, not at this time. I got to speak with your partner, the AG, so I've just been missing your comments before I can start an article about this.
All right, and I do hope it is going to be a positive one.
Yes, I'm new at Weasel. I'm from Liberty City, so my writing style will be much different than what you've seen before. Hopefully.
All right. What do you mean, hopefully?
Well, I've edited their writing, so from what I can see, my writing style is different, but that opinion is always left up to the reader to decide.
Of course, yes.
Well, I hope you have a good day, Assistant Police Chief Rosner, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours, and God bless now.
You as well.